fellow time travelers and jaywalkers, lend me your ears. I got all fired up just a little bit ago about, when we retire at night, right? And I'll finish that. Were we kind and loving towards all? Was I kind and loving towards all? Did I treat my family the way I should have treated them today? I haven't got to, go kumbaya at the workplace and high five everybody. But if I did, would shit be better? Would things be better if I did? They would be better. So is that being dishonest that I'm not giving people all of who I really am? Is that being dishonest with me? Could be. Were we kind and loving towards all? Was I kind and loving towards my family? Was I really? What could we have done better? Were we thinking of ourselves most of the time? Well, with me, absolutely. That's what I do. That's the deepness of my disease, is that selfish self-centeredness, right? That I try to alleviate on a daily basis, right? I ask God to take it from me because I'm a selfish self-centered person. I am. This is not a selfish program. That's crazy. It's a selfish program. If my problem is my selfish self-centeredness, and I want to be more selfish, how in the hell does that work? I had to laugh because it's a selfish program. It's not a selfish program. Where does it say in the book it's a selfish program? I don't see any. Show me one place that says this is a selfish program. But it says in here a dozen times that I'm a selfish, self-centered person, and that's the root of my problem, right? So if that's the root of my problem, why do I want to do it more? So if I'm going to continue to be selfish, then what? Well, then I'm going to be more selfish, self-centered. So sometimes there's stuff in this deal that, that's kind of, to me, it's kind of crazy because, selfish, this is a selfish program. Bullshit. Where does this say this selfish, right? Hey, having to take care of myself, is that being selfish? No, taking care of myself is what I have to do. If you want to label it selfish, but you know what? I do have to look through this list. And if I'm doing this every day, if I'm reviewing my day every day when I retire at night, I'm probably not going to be selfish. Or my selfishness is going to be limited. I'll put it that way, right? If I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and I'm going through my day and I'm rethinking it, right? Or were we thinking, well, what we could do for others? Well, why is it telling me to do this? It's not telling, in here, it didn't say anything about being the selfish, self-centered bastard. I'm already there. Every morning I get up and I get to that, I wake up in that position, and then I have to start my awakening and my day because I have to get out of that, right? But we must be careful not to drift into worry, remorse, or morbid reflection, for that would diminish our usefulness to others. You know what? I hate to admit it, but part of my problem is not only selfish self-centeredness, but self-pity, right? If they just would have done that, or if they just, I still can carry that same thing that used to make me drink at one time, right? Because I couldn't deal with it. And I don't need to go back in there. God's given me this relief, or this release and relief, right? And I don't need to go back into that. I don't need to go back into that place, right? And I need to be careful that I'm not doing that. That I'm not, because that's being dishonest and selfish, right? For me to be self-centered and think that, well, if they would just do that or they would just do this, guess what? Life would be grand, right? It'd be awesome if they just do what I told them to do. After making our review, we ask God's forgiveness and inquire what corrective measures should be taken. So in a sense, aren't we doing a little meditation, right? Aren't we meditating really twice in a day? And, I just picked that up because I will tell you that I probably don't do it. But part of meditation, I think it gets lost in this thought process. It's this magical hum, right? I'm going to have this magical hum and I'm going to be lifted. And the reality of it is, I think a lot of times for me is that my meditation is thought process and asking God to help me see and saying, hey, what did I do today? What could I have done different? Hey, God, help me do better tomorrow. Help me do better tomorrow. And I'm asking God for what corrective measures. How am I doing that? Well, I'm probably in a quiet place, right? I'm just guessing that I am, right? At night, I do it right before I go to bed. I'm in bed doing it, so it's not like I'm kneeling or anything like that, or in any form like that. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. And I'm asking God, and I need to really focus on asking God to help me, right? And you know, it's so simple. Just follow the instructions, Jeff. That's what I asked myself. Just follow the instructions. That's what I should do. I'm gonna try to do that. Follow the instructions. Have a grand day today. Go change the world.